we all know nuts are very nutritious food. It provides so much good protein, antioxidant, and tomatoes also produce a lot of antioxidant. But recently, I listened to a podcast talking about what kind of food you should avoid when your immune function is out of balance. So if you tend to develop allergies such as rashes, or you currently have autoimmune disease, for instance, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, so you should avoid certain kind of food that making your immune function even more hyperactive. And one of the food I observed for the past 16 years, which is totally different from the knowledge people got from food industry, that's the nuts. And those nuts, even though they provide a good protein, but those proteins are very hard to be digested. And if you have weakened digestive system, you couldn't digest those food very well. And this big protein molecules will trigger the histamine release. And one of the studies done by Mount Sinai Hospital, they actually create an anaphylactic shock model in the animals. And so when they feed the animal the nuts, especially peanuts extract, and the rat will develop anaphylactic shock. And then they feed those animals with the herbs and improve the digestion of those nuts. Then the anaphylactic shock can be cured. But on the other hand, if they reduce the stomach acid just a little bit, lower the pH a little bit, and then those proteins cannot be digested very well, then the anaphylactic shock will come back. And that's linked how important your digestion is to your immune function. So even nuts are very, very valuable protein. You really need to find how much you can eat, and if you have weak digestive system, you couldn't digest well, you already develop rashes, or your autoantibody, anti-nuclear antibody is going up, then you should stop eating all nuts, including peanuts, almond, and even tree nuts. And recently there is a podcast created by Dr. Sarah Ballantyne, and she also mentioned that if you do have autoimmune disease, you should avoid even tree nuts. So all the nuts have high oil, high protein. So unless you have very strong digestive system and you can process those food well, then you can eat that. Otherwise, you will make your immune function out of balance. And I think the best way to eat those nuts